going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. How are you guys doing today? Cinder, Mexican Shrek, Nightmares, Kyle Bryant, Vanillix, welcome to the stream, guys. How are you all doing today? Hope you guys had a good day today and a good day yesterday as well. Sorry for the stream being weird yesterday. Vanillix showed up. It was on Twitch. It was completely different. It was a learning experience, to say the least. Internet cannot quite handle actually streaming, like, gameplay. Ended up staying home from school today because you couldn't sleep last night. Feel awful about it because you hate missing school. I understand, though. I totally understand. Yeah, sometimes, like, yeah, you won't mentally be able to be there, and that's just gonna make going not a great idea. Stream last night. It was an attempt. It was an attempt at something. It, was a failed attempt. Would have been there if you weren't at work. I gotcha. I appreciate that. No, it was just like, it would have gone on longer if I wasn't having so many issues. I was having, like, I just kept looking up, and the thing is, Streamlabs OBS makes that massive warning, like, hey, you're dropping frames, and it's like, I am aware. Like, the bitrate being low is enough. Yo, what's going on, Batman Man? Welcome to the stream. I'll be back here watching the NHL trade deadline. Okay. Hope that's interesting. You're doing alright organizing your Pokemon cards. Nice! I still need to do that. They're kind of spread out all over my room right now. I gotta, like, get them all into that cart, that new, like, TCG deck set. Because I have the app and everything. I gotta actually, like, put them in there. You had a guest speaker today in mobile apps, and she was showing you guys coding in Minecraft. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Hopefully my class gives us something to do again soon, because it's been weird. It's been really weird not actually doing much of anything. To be honest, you could have gone to school if you didn't have work tonight. Stayed home and did the makeup work. At least, like, you're still staying on top of it. It was like 2 a.m. and had to be up at 7. Yeah, no, I mean, at that point, like, that's not a lot of sleep to go to school off of and then to go to work off of. Like, no, I totally understand needing to, like, take that time. I totally understand that. Makes total sense. I don't think it's anything to feel bad about. I know, personally, I was also kind of that, like, unless I was, like, awfully sick, like, I felt like I was, like, being dishonest in some way if I didn't, like, make it to class. But being able to take, like, a personal day just because, like, you couldn't get sleep and you have other stuff you gotta do, I totally think that makes sense. Install Minecraft on the computer just to show you guys. I know for a while, especially when Minecraft was, like, massively popular, there were actually, like, educational programs built around the idea of using Minecraft. So that was always really cool. Didn't end up falling asleep until like 3, but woke up at like 10 or 11, which was nice. Get a little bit of time to sleep in, you know. Hopefully helps you feel better. Yo, Derpy Dog, welcome to the stream. Pizza should be here at any moment. Nice. Yeah, Discord asked you to bring it. You gotta get it. You gotta bring it. Yeah, no, I totally think it was worth it. Just like, I can't. Yeah, if you didn't get sleep, it's just gonna be awful to try to go to sleep and wake up with no sleep. So, glad you were able to take that day. And guys, I'm so excited. Pokemon Day, 2 days away now. The Twitter account is still doing the things. So, I don't know, I'm still super excited. I'm really hopeful that we end up seeing Gen 8 on Pokemon Day. I know that it's in the same vein as like not revealing brand new stuff, like massive things at a like Nintendo Direct. Pokemon doesn't usually unveil brand new games on Pokemon Day. Well, I might add to stuff if it's already been announced, but I don't know. I'm hopeful. I think the theory is kind of lining up to be correct. Yeah, Kalos was today. The fact that they posted Unova yesterday kind of put me in that situation of, okay, they made it past Sinnoh. It wasn't like somehow it wasn't Sinnoh being announced. Yeah, 'cause I don't know. I'm constantly trying to think of reasons why it just wouldn't be on top of, you know, it just might not be. It might just be a countdown to Pokemon Day being this whole celebration of everything. There's a good chance it's that. Like, hey, just visit them all. They did? From what I heard, they had not. Or from what I heard, it wasn't unveiled then. I may be wrong, though. I may be wrong. My information's really weak when it comes to that stuff. And when you get home from work tonight, you're making chamomile tea, taking some melatonin, and then going directly to bed. Makes sense. There was a direct on Pokemon Day 2016. Like a Pokemon Direct? Okay. Yeah, I just didn't know it was like announced then. But yeah, so I've been really trying to find a reason for it not to be, just so I'm not overhyped if it does happen. Do I collect or play the TCG? I do actually I do collect the TCG. Sometimes, like, I do collect the cards a bit. Yo, Juan Manuel Garcia, welcome to the stream. What happened to your Rowlet? It changed. It changed because it means you have now been a sponsor for 2 months, man. Or for over a month. You're on your 2nd month of being a sponsor. The same way Cinder's changed because Cinder is at 7 months of being a member at this point, which is crazy. Crazy awesome, and I'm super happy and like appreciative of that. But yeah, so they go up and they change over time. They change colors depending on what, like certain milestones. We didn't see gameplay, but we got logos and some insight on Game Freak working on it. That's all we need. That's all we need is confirmation that the games exist in some way, and I think it's gonna bring a whole bunch of hype back. You have a first edition Machamp Hollow. Nice, nice. I don't have a lot of older cards. All of my old cards got ruined. Missed the original color. Oh no, someone else just has to become a member and then we can see the original color again, right? So I wonder if, like, okay, because if the games do get announced, wouldn't we know the, like, wouldn't the names have, like, gotten leaked in the same sense that they usually do? Tomorrow's a little, oh yeah, absolutely. But what it's really gonna be is it's gonna be like, visit or. They're just gonna throw us for a loop. They're gonna troll us so hard. It's gonna be like, visit, like, Fiore. Visit one of the side game regions. That's what they'll announce. They'll announce a new Ranger game. In the original Ranger region. Hoping Jenny's on Pokemon Day. That's the big thought on the countdown. Granted, a whole bunch of people... It was weird. If you looked at the responses on all of the posts, like, Kanto came out, I was like, ah, more Kanto stuff. Yeah, Johto came out, and it was like, then everyone was like, holy crap, is this actually a countdown? And, Hoenn happened and people were like, the countdown is confirmed. We're going to, like, it's gonna be this build up to the 8th day is Pokemon Day. Sinnoh's came out and everyone's like, Sinnoh remakes confirmed. Perfect. And I was like the comments completely changed for that. And then, like, then like doing Unova and Kalos has been the same kind of the countdowns happening. So I don't know what it is, but so many people are dead set on Sinnoh remakes are happening. They're dropping the hints. That's what we're getting first, despite them like confirming that's not the case. Like they're probably gonna happen later. Like I've said, 2021, 2022, Sinnoh games maybe, but like it's probably when they're gonna happen if they happen. It was just so funny, like clicking on those Twitter comments every day and being like, all right, what are they? And it's like the countdown, then Sinnoh remakes confirmed somehow, and then moving on to like 5, 6 have been like, yeah, Unova, Kalos have been that way. Visit Almia, yeah, exactly. It's just gonna be visit all the side regions. Here's like a mega collection of all the side games. Pokemon Dip and Chip. If all the range games, awesome, dude. I have 2 of them. I don't own Guardian Signs, and I haven't played any of them but the original, because I played the original several times over. 2020, you'll be graduating high school then. I mean, it'll be after 2020. I really think the only reason that's, like, I don't know. I think we've been spoiled. I really, really think we've been spoiled the past couple of years. Sun and Moon dropped. Next year, Yusum dropped. Next year, Let's Go dropped. And then this year, the new, like, Switch games dropping. I really don't want Game Freak to be in a yearly cycle. I don't want that to become the case for Pokemon. I know it means more content, and it means more stuff to stream and more stuff to have fun with. I want it to be like, I want it to go back to like 2 years or so. Give them like 4-year development cycles for each type of game, you know? Like, or maybe they're trying to get into the yearly cycle by adding Let's Go into the mix of cycle stuff. Weird, it's weird, but I really don't think there's going to be a Pokemon game in 2020. Like a new one. And I'm okay with that. Personally, I'm perfectly fine with the 2019 games dropping and us having those as our main games to focus on for several years. It would be nice if they announced they're delaying Gen 8. It would be horrible. They couldn't do that. They couldn't do that at this point. Like, unless there was a valid reason to delay it, they couldn't. I don't think they would. I think Gen 8 actually has had a pretty decent development cycle. I wouldn't expect... Yusum wouldn't have required too much development on top of Sun and Moon. Basically just like adding content back in from Sun and Moon that got cut early on in development. So probably a lot of the Pokemon existed, a lot of the dialogue already existed, some of the different battles existed. So it was like rework trials to be more difficult, add in Ultra Necrozma, and that was really the extent of what they had to do and make sure the minigame worked without bugs. And that's really what they added in with Yusum. It wasn't a lot of new content. And then Let's Go, I feel like it was a whole different team. It wasn't developing a new region. I don't think any of the games that have come out since Sun and Moon have taken away a lot of development resources from whatever games are coming out this year. I think they've had a full healthy cycle. You're hunting Shiny Melton, awesome, Mila. I gotta do Melton today, but I'm really hoping to get some more PC space before I do it. Cause yeah, I've missed a few days. I think my box unlocked on like Thursday or Friday, and I haven't used it again yet. So I want to use it tonight at least, you know, so I can keep up with it. And I want to get at least 2 shinies. I was hoping for 4, so we're gonna have Shiny Melton and Melmetal in both Go and Let's Go. But I think I'm just gonna settle for getting it in Let's Go for now. This game's being built from the ground up, Ian. I'm aware they've had 4 years to do it. Or not 4 years, but they've had several years to do it at this point. That's what I'm saying. Is I don't think this is going to get delayed because it's not like they built the whole game in a year. They've had 3 years now, I think. Basically from Sun and Moon getting finished, they had a year to Yusum, a year to Let's Go, and a year to this. They're gonna have 3 years pretty much. Yo, Puffin, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? And Michael, what's going on? I see you got a random shiny coffee and Soul Silver today. Awesome, dude. Congratulations on that. I gotta get a coughing in some game at some point. You're like, well, thank you, Puffin. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? And guys, if you have not, go check out Puffin. He is another amazing shiny hunter and streamer on YouTube. So yeah, definitely go check him out if you want some more shiny hunting content. Then why are you saying that they would delay it, Vanillix? I'm gonna get the Melmetal GX box Wednesday. Cool. Puffin is awesome. Agreed, agreed. I'm trying to figure out what this message means. I feel like this is some... I can recognize the Pokemon names out of it, but... Oh man, what are they? Which ones are they? They say at one point the Switch is hard to work with. Yeah, no, it's gonna be different. And trying to work with the different styles of controls is one of the hard things. I think they've been able to do it though. I think they've been able to get it. Yo, Lakin, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Pro Controller support, please. For real. That's the one thing Let's Go's lacking. And with this being a more traditional Pokemon game, I would assume the Pro Controller works. Like, there's no reason for it not to. Because with Let's Go, there was all the motion controls with throwing, and they wanted you to do that, despite the fact that, like, hey, maybe I just want to do the twisting controls, or I really didn't want to use any motion controls, but there's no getting around that. So, yeah, I'm expecting it to have Pro Controller support. Like, I think it's going to be very traditional controls this time around, so it's going to be a lot of menus and not a lot of motion. So, I think we'll be good there. I think we'll actually be pretty okay there. Again, though, don't know until they actually say. Either way, I feel like even if it isn't a reveal of the games or the reveal of the region or anything on Wednesday, I think we'll see something cool with Pokemon. For the like, at the very least, we will see something related to Pokemon. I've never been this excited for a Pokemon game in your life. Same, because it really wasn't until Sun and Moon. Like, I've said this before, Sun and Moon and with the shiny hunting that I started doing is the first time I started really heavily following Pokemon. I'd played the games when I was a kid. The games would come out, I wouldn't even realize that they came out and existed until, like, I saw a friend with it. I was like, what's that? And it's like, oh, it's the new Pokemon game. And I was like, what? Like, it took me forever to figure out that Diamond and Pearl were a thing. So, yeah, because of all that type of stuff, it was like, I didn't really follow it then. I got back into it with, like, Oras. But I wasn't, like, into it. I was just kind of playing it. And then when Sun and Moon rolled around, I was like, heck yeah. And I started really getting into it and really playing it a lot. So it was like, this is awesome. And obviously since then started YouTube and everything. So I'm, like, way more in sync with it and, like, way more up-to-date on the Pokemon news as it happens. So I think because of that, following that news and seeing it as the community sees it and seeing what the community's reaction is, that's what's making it really exciting. And also just the fact that I've been playing Sun and Moon, or I've been playing Sun specifically now for almost 3 years. Like, almost 3 years. It's just been Sun. So it's like, okay. I'm excited to see a new game while I'm super excited about it. Pokemon that can run a casino, Rowlet, Smeargle, Meowth, and then Trainer Luigi. What's the logic behind those Pokemon being able to run a casino? Now they know better not to experiment with the formula for a while. I don't think they know better not to. I don't think it was a mistake for them to. I think what it was is that they had been, like, Sun and Moon was revealed on the 20th anniversary of Pokemon. That's 20 years. That is 2 decades of making games that are fairly similar with the formula. They're fairly similar and follow the same formula for the most part with 8 gyms and stuff like that. I think they made it more for themselves and to see what stuck. The games obviously were successful, despite people not liking trials as much. The backlash I hate because of no gyms. People still bought the games, people still played them. I don't think there was ever an intent to use not gyms again. I think, like, Alola was their breather region. It wasn't designed to be this massive change of all Pokemon games from here on out are going to be this way. It was meant to be a game that stood out as just being different. Like, that was the point. That's why they added the Kanto Alolan forms in and stuff. So, you know, I think it was... I don't think it was necessarily something that, like... They're like, oh no, people didn't like our formula, what are we gonna do to change it again? Like, I think the intent was always to, like, use that as, like, the step out of the box and step back in. You just get a breath of fresh air for themselves while developing and storyboarding. Yo, Mexican Shrek, welcome to the stream. Batman Man, can't believe you barely missed the last stream. I know you would have been able to be here for some of it, but I ended early because of, like, just being tired. It was an experiment for Game Freak. Like, yeah, it was a bit of an experiment, but also largely, like, definitely I think they'll take into account what stuck as good ideas and what didn't. So, to that extent, yeah, it's an experiment, but I definitely think it was them like, we have these random ideas, how do we actually use them in some way? Let's make a region that is an isolated island chain, you know, theoretically, like, in the middle of the ocean, based off of Hawaii, like, in the middle of the largest ocean in the world. It would be different. It wouldn't have these traditional things. It would have its own culture and style and stuff. So it made sense. It made a lot of sense for that to kind of be a region that was different. So yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense for it to be different. And with most people thinking the game's going to be based around England or based around like Mediterranean area, like Italy or something like that, those would be very, very close, you know, relative to other regions. So it would make sense for those to be similar. Ash, welcome to the stream. Regional variants need to come back. I don't know if they will. They were a cool idea, but it worked because Alola was so far away. Rowlet equals roulettes. Meowth works with tokens. Smeargle can use his move to stop you from winning, and Luigi boss at a casino. Makes total sense now. Makes total sense, dude. Everyone think it'll be England, especially with everyone saying it's gonna be Crown and Scepter. That's really is the thought. Yeah, I think there was what, like spotted Masuda in England and in like Mediterranean areas. So I think those definitely are the two that people are the most. I think England is currently the front runner in terms of speculation. We'll see though. We see Jubilee's England video. I did not. I haven't watched most speculation videos. Usually I avoid speculation until usually I avoid those kind of videos until like actual news is confirmed by Game Freak. Just because, I don't know, I try to avoid that kind of hype training because eventually enough people are going to speculate the same thing that you think is fact at this point. Like, you're like, you see someone mention, there might be this, and you're like, of course there's going to be that, everyone said there will be. And then if it's not there, you're disappointed. So I try to avoid that. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, the like and subscribe buttons. Greatly would appreciate it. We're 4 subs away from hitting the sub goal. They're for sure going to take some stuff from Sun and Moon. Absolutely, there's things that work, there's things that didn't. I don't know how you'd be able to say, there are regional variants of this Pokemon in a region like this, and then not necessarily, if it's, you know, theoretically kind of closer to and less isolated than Alola was, why weren't there Johto variants of Kanto Pokemon and stuff like that? So I'm not sure, like I said, I'm not sure if it's going to be a thing where I don't see regional variants happening to the extent Alolan Horms happened. I just don't see that. But that's just me. That's just me. Like, we'll just have to wait and see what they do. Because it was a new idea. Well, yeah, but again, like, they were able to pull it off because of the region. Well, Ralts get the hats. I don't know, we're, what, 1,500 encounters away from it happening. Don't worry, so often imagination. Well, they all are right now. They all are. There's not a lot of confirmed or, like, very valid leaks at the moment, I don't think. I haven't heard anything about, like, a lot of really, like, I haven't heard a lot of really trusted leaks happening with this one yet. So I really think it's going to be up to when Game Freak announces more stuff. What's it gonna be? Like, that's when I think we're really going to hear a lot of this. Again, that's just my thoughts on the situation. But I really don't think we're going to see a lot of brand new information or anything. We're going to see a lot with, like, leaks that are really grounded. There's a credible source that has spoken out recently about Pokemon. Isn't this the guy who said that we'd see stuff at the Direct? Jubilee's video is 100% satire. He predicted the whole Direct directly. You said the dude predicted that Pokemon would be announced. I don't know. With how popular Nintendo and Pokemon franchises are and how much speculation happens, with how much speculations happens with Nintendo and Pokemon stuff, when enough things are thrown at the wall, eventually something's gonna stick. So, I don't know. I'm not believing anything until Game Freak says so. Like I said, like I even mentioned in my, like, video, in, like, this week in Pokemon, the rumor kind of is there that there will be something announced, but that's the most I'm willing to go to because that's based off of, like, actual information that Pokemon Twitter has posted at some point, you know? So, I don't know. Again, that's just me, though. I tend to be, like, purposefully pessimistic about speculation. Firemaster, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Hope you've been having a good Monday. The video was beautiful, though. I think everyone who watched it thought it was absolutely hilarious. I may have to go check it out. I guess. Hunting for Latios and Alpha Sapphire without the shiny charm. Wish you luck. Best of luck, Ash. Seriously, good luck, dude. Most likely we'll just get logos and maybe some explanation and no gameplay. Well, if we do, then it's confirmed information and we can talk about that. If it ends up being Crown and Scepter like people are thinking, then hey, we kind of have a better idea of the region being based off of something in Europe, most likely England. If it's not that and it's not able to be related back to England at all, then hey, we know that's wrong. And really until we see, like, proper stuff. I got a Shiny Caterpie on a 24 chain with Charm and Shiny Spirit yesterday on a Nidoran 10 chain. Awesome, dude. Congratulations. Congratulations. I need to get some more successful Let's Go hunts under my belt. there's so many guys, right? One, right? Don't listen to this guy because he was wrong on this, but this guy's always been right despite like him only ever predicting one thing. Yeah, no, speculation just it stirs the pot so much. There's so much that just kind of like starts coming up with speculation that it's like I just try to take a step back, try not to pay too much attention to it. Granted, obviously, curiosity definitely is really strong with everyone. Like, I think that's just human nature to be curious about stuff and want to figure stuff out and learn about it. So I think it's totally rational to want to see the speculation, but it's just like, you really need like a healthy amount of skepticism when you go into the speculation like that, because it's just not always going to be like really right necessarily, you know? Yo, Rowan Wilson, welcome to the stream. Glad you're able to catch it, dude. How have you been doing today? Hope this Uxie won't be a repeat of Regice. Me too. Me too. It's going on for too long. It is past 2,000 encounters. That's a bit crazy. That's a bit much. I'm really hoping that it shows up soon, like now. That would be ideal. Location to be in the Big Ben. Like if that is a region. Because I feel like people are really concretely set in it being England right now. So again, it's really cool to think about. And yeah, we can start talking about legendary locations and stuff, it being, yeah, in some kind of giant clock tower. Things like that. That'd be cool. But again, it's just like, we have to wait and see what the region looks like. Like, I would love more than names and logos to see a region map. Like, if we had a video that was as simple and just a quick summary of the region as like the current countdown Twitter stuff has been, that'd be enough. I would love to see that. Like, if we get a region name, kind of the style of the region, and like a breakdown of what the region is like, and a glimpse at a Pokemon, that is more than enough information to like be happy with for a while. Obviously, that's a lot to ask for. We could easily just get logos, we could get names, we could get nothing. So, yeah, really just gotta wait and see what happens come Wednesday at this point. Let's found a lucky shiny Mesprit after 55 soft resets. Nice! 55! You took my luck, dude. You've taken my luck. But seriously, congratulations on that. Hopefully your luck turns around. So me too, me too. Both these hunts are over odds. This is a very similar situation to what we were in with Charmander and Regice. I'd like to not have that happen again, but we'll just have to see, I guess. It's just speculation. It is. Do people get clues from Nintendo that it'd be in England, or are they making that stuff up? There are thoughts. I think the 4 things I have heard as far as regions, and 2 of these have just been kind of mentioned in the well, that's really would be a nice idea, is England, Mediterranean type areas, so something like Italy or Greece, Africa, and Australia. Basically people just being like, well, they haven't had games in these areas before, especially for the last 2. But so there are reports of Game Freak people like being in, like Vasuda having gone to England and like Italy and stuff, like potentially as research for the new region. So there are thoughts that because of that, that's the region. That's like, it's gonna be one of those because if they're speculating on it, and people really have latched onto England. I think because of the like rumored and like speculation names of Crown and Scepter. Like people really latched onto that. But none of that's really confirmed. Yeah, it's all just speculation at the moment. Maybe it'll be exactly like the Twitter thing. I would love that. That'd be enough. That'd be enough for me. Yeah, region map would be cool. I'd really like to see, like... I'm more interested in hearing about the region than hearing about the names of the games. Give me the region in a little bit. Give me some starters. Give me like names of the games, and then I'll be happy. And then I'll just be like, all right, let's ride this hype train out until let's just let that level of hype coast us into the game, and then it can pick back up when it happens. Yeah, so I'm really excited for these games. We are what, 7 months away at this point, which is still a while. It's still a pretty long time. Hopefully that's enough time to catch these legendaries, but Uxie's not having it, apparently. I don't know if I talked about this, but there are rumors that all previous regions will be in Gen 8. That is a thought. That is definitely a thought. I don't think, like, people really think that and they're like, oh, what about, like, the level curve or whatever, but they've kind of really nailed into the fact that the new region, the new game is going to be like a new region. Okay, like at Vanillix, when I said like all that stuff, I'm not saying all at once. I'm saying like, if once we get those 3 things, I'm done. I don't need any more information. Like that's not my like, give that to me on Wednesday. That's like the, all right, if they announce that by like June, like those 3 things by June, I'm good. I didn't know what Miss UI looked like going into Sun and Moon. I didn't know how the trials worked going into Sun and Moon. I didn't know, like, the map really all that much. Like, I didn't know a lot of stuff going into Sun and Moon. So, if by the time the games come, like, over the course of the next couple months, if we hear that information, I'm good. Yeah, they said all regions would not fit a cartridge. Yeah, they'd have to make the game more expensive. But I've never heard the region thing, like the cartridge size thing. I know that that's like a legitimate problem, but I just know that they confirmed that the new games are a new region. Yeah, so at this point, a lot of the rumors going around are like either based off of stuff that, like, if either like people who make these rumors have either not seen that information or are specifically ignoring that information to make the rumor. So Generation 8 will have a brand new region. It will be happening before a Sinnoh game happens. I don't know why people are still, like, wondering about that. like Sinnoh has been confirmed to not be, like, the 2019 games have been confirmed to be a new region. They nashed Steve for Smash Bros. A month ago? No. They would have talked about that. They still haven't added a joke again fully. Nah, no, that was a troll, Mila. That was a troll. It got a bunch of people, but it was a troll. Uxie turn gold, please. I know, right? We have a gold Poochyena on screen. Just follow that. Can't help but feel the official announcement for Sinnoh remakes, when they do happen, will be kind of underwhelming, since the anticipation is this high. It's just, I don't know, like, so many people. I think part of the thing is, now that, like, remakes have kind of become more and more official over time. Like, obviously, like, once, by the time we had Heart Gold, Soul Silver, like, we knew remakes were a thing. Or as came out, and I think just because of the amount of time that has now passed, so much of the Pokemon community, as it is today, started with Sinnoh. So much of the community started with Sinnoh. And now it feels like, to them especially, it's been so long since, like, the remake has happened. Like, you know, just, we want to play our favorite game again. We want to play Sinnoh again. And the hype is, it's there's so much hype for that. And, like, that hasn't even been confirmed to technically be a thing. So, but it's just, yeah. I don't know. I kind of want the Sinnoh remakes to come out just for the fact that people will stop being upset that it's not the Sinnoh remakes coming out. So when like new games come out, it's not constantly, oh, why isn't it this? Just make these games. It's like, because it takes time. What's my target after Uxie? I believe Mesprit, I think. Mesprit or Azelf, depending on which one's next in dex order. Brady Russell, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Poochyena, turn gold, please. We already have a gold Poochyena. We don't need any more to turn gold. No. Yeah, no, like, the anticipation is this high. No, yeah, that's a fake channel. If you're seeing a YouTube video, Mila, about Steve, it was fake. Yeah, the anticipation is this high. For real. But, like, I don't think it necessarily would be the announcement that's underwhelming. I think the games in general, just people are so hyped about them that the hype train is making it higher, and the rose-tinted glasses are pushing it so much higher too. It'll be interesting to see what comes of potentially a Sinnoh remake at some point, but again, it's not going to be this year. You're hunting Kakuna in Friend Safari. Best of luck. Pokemon King and Queen would make much more sense instead of Crown and Scepter, because, you know, England and all that. Crown and Scepter would relate to the royal family without being, like, King and Queen. Like, I don't think the games are going to be... Obviously, there's no, like, real limitation on what they can name games. I think King and Queen is too, like... It's too, like, human. It's too much of an actual person. Like, it's a title of people. I don't think it would be that. Crown and Scepter are just, like, inanimate objects that also allude to the same kind of thing. So I think that makes... I think Crown and Scepter makes more sense than King and Queen, but... Who knows? Who knows what the actual games are gonna be? I think everyone's getting there's way more stuff. King and Queen's too broad. I wouldn't say too broad, it's just too much of, like, an actual person thing. Yo, Grenji, welcome to the stream, dude. You and the girl even texting just played Minecraft PC together. Ooh. That sounds like a romantic time. Sharing diamonds and everything. Sinnoh remakes might happen if they release more megas. Alolan-like forms or something big megas. I mean, I don't think those are necessarily reasons for them not to release. Like, not having those wouldn't be a reason not to release Sinnoh. It's just... They're not going to start the new generation off with remakes. That's one thing they haven't done. And it really feels like it's going to be an every other generation pattern. I can't see how... Like, so it's like, it made sense for it not to be in Gen 7. So it's like, alright, well now it kind of makes more sense that in Generation 8, remake Generation 4. In Generation 10, remake Generation 5. That makes more sense. Or if they really expand the like time frame for a generation, which I think is something they're not going to do, maybe then every generation. But I just don't think that's going to happen. Patiently waiting for Gen 8, unlike some people. I'm ready for an announcement of some kind. It definitely would make sense for it to be around now. Obviously, we've seen announcements, granted for not brand new games in the franchise, but like kind of remakes or sequels and types things happen later on in the year, so that is definitely a possibility. But I feel like we will hear something about these games before I graduate. That's the most I can really confidently say. But we are approaching Pokemon Day in a couple days, and again, people are really excited, hoping that's it. Yo, BBMC's World, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? You're on Hypixel. I gotcha. I never actually played on Hypixel. I think my sister played on it a bunch, but I never did. Why don't they just tell us something? Because, well, they're gonna tell us something eventually. But, like, they've told us, they've confirmed the games are happening. That's, like... That should be enough to really calm the storms on what's the next game. They've confirmed that the first game in Generation 8... Like, the first set of games in Generation 8 is coming out in November of this year. They've confirmed that. That is 100% fact. So a lot of the speculation now is just around what's the game gonna be. You're great. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. House of Minecraft so romantic because I said it was Vanillix. Don't question me. I know these things. Right after 2019. November is always the like basically they just got it out of the realm of, hey, don't think it's coming in April. Okay, so they haven't confirmed it's November, but they've confirmed it's this year. I would wager it's going to be November. Outside of Smash releasing very early in December, most major games, no matter what the console, if you're releasing near the end of the year, of the calendar year, you release mid-November. Everyone, just culturally, everyone expects games to come out then now. It's like at the perfect time to be out in time for Black Friday. It's the perfect time to be out in time just in general for people buying Christmas stuff and other like gifts and things. November's the time that you like have the most hype. It's far enough away from the holidays that people who are hardcore will buy it day one. Some people will just buy it right around that time, and then you'll have another surge in sales like a week later or so. What are there some hints in the Detective Pikachu movie? When does the Detective Pikachu movie come out? Like, what's the actual, like, release date for that? Do we have one? Because I want to say we're going to hear about these new games before Detective Pikachu launches. Like, before it airs in theaters. You're at 1,190 for Island Scanned Grottle. This is a guessed amount. Hey, that's fair, though. That's fair, though. Were your last comment? I did, man. I feel like that they would announce a new game earlier in the year so they can show off new stuff. Remakes this. Yeah, I know. Like, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, they have announced things that are more remakes and, like, reboots later on. Because, yeah, at that point, it's like, hey, Yusum came out. It's like, we all knew Rowlet. We all knew what the starters were. We all knew what Alola was. We all knew who Kukui was. We all knew the big bits of information about the game. We don't have that so much with this. Or, we don't have that so much with this. So it makes sense to start releasing information earlier. But basically, I was just saying that it's not unprecedented for a game to be announced in June. It's happened. It's happened in May. It's happened in June. So, you just gotta look at it from that perspective. You know, like, just because, like, well, it would be reasonable for it. It's happened there before. It's coming out in May. I feel like we're gonna hear about stuff before then. With the new Pokemon's in that movie. Who knows? Who knows? It might be. There's a new Detective Pikachu trailer tomorrow. Yeah, I heard about that, I think. Pew News. The only reliable source for news, right? Weren't Yusum and Let's Go Pikachu announced in May? Yusum was announced... I want to say it was announced early June. Because I'm just trying to think of the timeline of, like, my internships and conventions I went to and stuff. Because I remember watching the announcements I remember watching that direct, like, on my lunch break that announced Yusum. And I want to say it was after a convention that usually happens right at the end of May. Or actually, no, that happened right at the beginning of May. Maybe it was May. Maybe it's May. I think it was June, though. I really want to say it was June. Again, I may be horribly wrong. Yeah, Yusum was in June. June 6th was Pokemon Art. Okay, that makes sense. That lines up with what I was thinking. And then Let's Go Pikachu Eevee was May. So yeah, we're sitting here at the end of February, almost March. With more information to be talked about, I wouldn't be surprised if we started seeing it sooner. Again, so it's possible. Like I stated, Sun and Moon was announced at like on Pokemon Day, or right around Pokemon Day. So it wouldn't be unheard of. It wouldn't be. I think it was like the 25th. I looked it up. It was the 25th that Sun and Moon was announced of February, and like revealed. So for us to see it revealed, like, you know, on the 27th, wouldn't be unheard of. It'd be a little bit later than Sun and Moon was, like, but essentially the same time. I remember you were off school sick the day Yusuf was announced. Really? Hey, at least you're able to stay home and watch the announcement then, right? 25th, it was announced on Pokemon Day. I will double check, but... Okay, it was leaked on the 25th. It was leaked on the 25th, so presumably like a couple days later it was officially announced. It was officially announced the following day, so on the 26th it was officially announced. Yeah, so it was officially announced on the 26th. But it was leaked on the 25th. I always wondered, why don't contact moves ever have the Pokemon look like they're hitting the target, but move a little from their spot in battle while the animation hits the target? I'm pretty sure if they actually had the Pokemon make physical contact with each other while fighting, the rating would go up to E10. I'm pretty sure if they made that happen, I'm pretty sure the rating would go up. I may be wrong though, because I know there are games that have E ratings that have all that kind of contact, like kind of like hitting and contact between enemies. But a lot of it's because presumably it's easier to keep the animation in one spot, because what happens when you're in double battles and like the distance is slightly farther, it's more animation. Don't see Pokemon minding an E10. Game Freak absolutely minds having an E10 rating. A large amount of their audience, a large amount of the people buying the game are parents buying it for their kids under the age of 10. Obviously, a lot of parents don't care about the 10 plus rating on the box. It's an E-game. My parents weren't all too concerned about that one, like all too concerned about like game ratings. Like they knew me, they knew I was like able to handle video games and stuff. So, but there are parents out there who like, if their child is 9.5 and the game says 10 plus, they won't buy it. That is a market that they have to consider. If they kept gambling, Pokemon would be rated in 18. Yeah, I think it would have been, I guess Peggy would have bumped it up to 18. And I think ESRB would put it in at least a T. Parents are super strict about ratings. See, in that case then, like, if all it takes is the animation being a little bit less, like, being a little bit, like, smaller for them to hit, like, you as an audience with people who are super strict, who had super strict parents on those ratings. It makes way more sense to them financially to not have their game limited by having a like more mature rating, even if it's E versus E10. Close combat has the Pokemon actually go up to the Pokemon and throw a series of punches. I still think what you see is like a holographic hand hit them though. I don't think it's like a kind of like big ghost hand hits them. I still don't think it actually like physically hits it with a punch or whatever. And also, punching might be different than slashing. I don't know. It's a weird market that you have to... It's a weird minefield to navigate with getting a whole... Because there's not one single international body of video game ratings. There's ESRB in the US, PEGI in... I believe, is PEGI all of Europe, or is it just... is it like just the UK or something? I forget. I just really know the US system. I know, like, CERO, I think, is what... Japan uses. There's so many different bodies that all have different rules on it that it's easier just to play it safe, make it is, and like go way under the radar on all of them, you know? It does say mild cartoon violence on Let's Go's case. Yeah, I think they might all say that. I don't know, let me grab like X. Yeah. Comic mischief and mild cartoon violence. So they can obviously have a little bit of it, but it has to be mild. I think taking it up a notch might actually, like, having Leaf Blade hit or, like, Horn Drill hit or something might be different. I think Peggy is all of Europe. Okay, okay. I guess that would make sense. Comic mischief. I don't know what actually is considered comic mischief. Does, like, Team Plasma do anything that involves, like, crimes? 'Cause that's what I could see. Is, like, you know, technically, like, it's got a crime happening. I don't know. I'm not the one to really ask, necessarily, on what constitutes what with game ratings. I'm not the most well-versed in that area. Team Flare. Yeah, Team Plasma's in Gen 5. Yeah, Team Flare. I'm sorry. I got that wrong. Comic mischief is crude humor. Okay. So crude humor, definitely part of that then. Potentially a couple other things probably could fall under that. Team Flare wanted to destroy the world. I don't know. I don't know about that being... Because that's like, oh no, big whatever. Parents won't let you watch a movie if there's a kissing scene. Rather than skip it, they just restrict you from watching the movie. That seems like overkill. Every Disney movie might be a little bit hard. Yeah, that's really weird. Like that's, like I understand there's some rationale behind it, but that seems like a little bit much. I'm gonna assume all of them say it then. Between the evil teams and between crude humor, which every game has to a slight extent, I think all the games will have that, no matter how far you look back. Let's grab this. Yeah, even Gen 5 has it. Does Gen 4? Let's see. Where's the ESR? This doesn't even have an ESRB rating on the back of the box. But yeah, so... Yeah, at least back to Gen 5 it has it. Isn't crude humor, it's suggestive. Okay, yeah. That would also kind of fall into crude humor in a way. But yeah, so at least all of the games since Black and White have it written on the box. Super protective. They mean well. It definitely is something where it can be awful and frustrating. The Gen 5 and below have comic mischief. Literally what I just showed is that yes, it does say it if you can read it. Yeah. It's convenient that my games are like right at the level where I can grab it with my hand. Yeah. So Gen 5 has it. Gen 4, like I said, my box doesn't have the ESRB like information on the back of the box. So again, it's something core to Pokemon that it has it, it seems. Does every Nintendo game have comic mischief? Probably not everyone, but let me move a box that's absolutely going to have problems with rating systems and grab like Odyssey. Yeah, this is cartoon violence and comic mischief in Odyssey as well. So it really might just be like, someone does something bad. This game isn't literally a racing game. Would be surprised if Animal Crossing had it. Yeah, I don't know. Wonder why Gen 7 didn't? Didn't you say it did? Oh, you're right, it doesn't. Weird. Turns out Team Skull didn't do enough as an evil team to warrant having it. Weird. That is weird. Yeah, I don't have Animal Crossing to check that one, so. Pokemon has cartoon violence, or Pokémon has cartoon violence, comic mischief, and suggestive themes. It's E10 though, right? Like Pokemon's E10, right? Because if it's E10, then yeah. It's close to a T rating. Yeah, so it's E10 then. Yeah, because cartoon violence. I'd say that's what they're avoiding, but Mario has it, so I guess it's like... If it also has... yeah, I don't know what the difference is then. Like I said though, it's a minefield to try to navigate as like a game developer what the rating on your game's gonna be. If you want to release like physical copies, just as fantasy violence. What makes it different? What makes it different then? Weird. That's like something to look up after the stream. Like, what determines like the ESRB rating? Because I know some movies like with like MPAA will like cut down certain like will cut out certain aspects of a character in their movie just to like hit the PG-13 rating and stuff, and it's really weird. Like, I know that was one of the big complaints with Suicide Squad, was the fact that, like, the rating on, like, because they made it PG-13 to try to access more audience, they, like, cut out some of, like, the whole personality of the characters. Sometimes ESRB describes why it's the rating it is on its website. That'd be something to look up. I know there's like a whole site dedicated to, at least with movies, I don't know about video games. Because part of the thing with video games is there's so many different ways you can do stuff that it's like, well, technically your character name wasn't filtered. Or technically, like, you could interact with this character in a way that wasn't necessarily intended. But with movies, it's very straightforward. Here's an hour and a half of what exactly you're looking at. I think there's like a website that's dedicated to, well, this is why it hit this rating. Like, it had this many different types of profanity in it, it had this kind of violence, this kind of scene, this kind of humor, this many times, you know? Three favorite actors are Tom Holland, Grant Gustin, and Chris Pratt. I don't know, that's random, right? That's cool, though. That's cool. I haven't seen The Flash, so I don't actually know. I don't have an opinion on Grant, but the other two are pretty good. Like how Pokemon is a game that abuses animals and endangers young trainers, running away, breaking and entering, stealing money, and it's wild animals against their will. That's the comic mischief, all of that. See, the thing is, the trainers aren't running away. It's like apparently just accepted in their culture. But yeah, just leave the house at 10. Mild language. Oh, that's absolutely it. Almost any game that actually has, like, dialogue lines is going to have mild language. Unless you're specifically avoiding, like, yeah, any kind of game is going to have a little bit of that, for the most part. Even Animal Crossing has mild language. I mean, I don't actually know. I'm just saying, like, a lot of games, once you actually have, like, physical dialogue being said. Most of the games that I had on the Xbox had mild language on the box, I think. So I think for the longest time, I really thought, like, mild language is just, the game has words, which is weird. But that was just kind of how it was on, like, most of the games I had. Be careful with caps. I'm going to try enforcing some rules a bit more again. so yeah, something channel related that I noticed, I guess a couple days ago. I forget when exactly it happened, but apparently that one Ralts stream from like over a year ago, like almost 2 years ago at this point, or would it have been? No, it would have been almost 2 years ago. I haven't been streaming 2 years yet. Like a year and a half ago, one of the first Ralts streams we did, the first Ralts stream we did, yeah, because it was the day we found Poochyena, somehow is inexplicably still getting recommended to random people. Has officially passed like 10,000 and is almost at 11,000 views. That's like the one video I have that's even past 5,000 at this point. For the past few streams, we talked about puke cakes, how Pokemon babies are made, and now suggestive themes. The stream itself probably doesn't get an E rating, I guess. All the bleeps make me think of that one SpongeBob episode where they kept censoring stuff with random like random different like sea animals and boat noises. Have a nice rest of your day. Alright, see you later, Batman, man. Thanks for tuning into this stream. Hope you have a good rest of your night, man. Dolphin laugh, still do that one. Today, it's been good. It's been good. I was able to go play some Pokemon Go. Hopefully I still have some things on gyms. I'm trying to get, I'm almost there. I'm almost to 200 coins again, so I can buy more storage space. So I goofed last time and bought more bag space, which was rough because I needed that storage. I needed the Pokemon space, but I did not have it. So I'm almost back to having that. I just have to have a couple Pokemon that I have left on gyms stay on gyms for more than like an hour. Aside from that, it's been a pretty relaxed day. I had a snow day, so they go FaceTime and then played Minecraft, and everybody eat some spaghetti. Awesome, hope the spaghetti is good. It sounds like you've had a pretty good day, Renji. Who's done the 900 Uxies? I've done like 4. Not like 400, just literally like 4. Big no. I feel like I'd have to. I feel like I have to. For completion's sake. Like, a couple were pretty obvious, and then like I found like another one or two that were like actually kind of hidden. It's been going good. That's good to hear, Renji. That's really good to hear. Sorry for the yawn, guys. I think he did 84. Hey, that's way more than I did. Oh my gosh, guys, when is Uxie gonna shine? When is this gonna happen? Ugh. It's crazy. I feel like this one's already taking more of a toll on me than Regice did somehow. Like, I don't know how that's possible, but it feels so much longer already. I feel like it's just because there have been so many streams that we didn't get a full like stream and we didn't get all the encounters. Need to get some work YouTube stuff done tonight though. There's been stuff I've been trying to do, but I don't know, I've gotten like really motivated and I've tried and like it didn't work out and I just got like really frustrated and stopped, and that's kind of where I've been for the past little bit with it all. I'm gonna go have dinner, be right back. Alright, see you in a bit, Brady. See you in a bit. Yeah, so there's some things I want to get done and things I want to try out. But yeah, I haven't had much luck with it. I'm still hunting for Groundhog and Ruby original for 10 years. Holy crap. That is some dedication right there, man. That is crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know what's up with this one. I'm feeling a little bit funky with it. So favorite of the late Guardians? I don't actually know. I don't actually know. It might be Mesprit. Maybe. I don't know. I don't actually have much of a favorite between them because I hadn't been able to catch them all in a like Pearl. So I never really got attached to them the same way that I would have if they had been in Gen 3. So I don't really know if I have much of a favorite there. Yo, Sploosh, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. This guy Let's Go Eevee last week and already found a full odds Shiny Meowth and Abra. Dude, congratulations, man. That's awesome. That is awesome. I need to get back to some shiny hunting in there. I have a Pidgey hunt going on that has yet to give me a shiny, or yet to give me the final shiny that I need for it. Some hunts just feel so much longer than they are. Definitely can relate. Yeah, no, it's just, I think between a lot of the stream weirdness and honestly a bit of like kind of the lull in the streams a little bit, not like it's really anything, it's anyone's fault or anything. It's just like in general, we kind of talked about this I think a couple days ago, like Pokemon content or like interest in Pokemon from like viewers kind of goes down over time from release of the games. Obviously new games come out, stuff like that, so it gets weird because of that, you know. And so like in general the streams are more calm than they were with Regice. The hunts have had more issues I think than Regice. I think Regice was actually kind of going okay internet wise, for the most part. So I think everything is just more calm now, so everything feels like it's going slower, you know. It takes Manaphy 2 years, but we'll take it. Honestly, Manaphy in 2 years isn't a bad run. Like, I'd be totally satisfied with that. Yo, Moo the 2, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Nice chair. Why, thank you. Why, thank you. It's a nice golden color. I don't know if you mentioned this, but your aunt's gonna have a baby. Well, that's awesome. Congrats. Congrats on the future cousin right there. That's awesome, man. Awesome. Well, congratulations to your whole family on that one. That really is awesome. Really, really awesome. Gotta introduce your little cousin to Pokemon now, right? Don't know why Groudon hits you. He never shines in your hunting right now, and you son. He'll shine soon, Juan. He'll shine soon, man. I believe in it. I believe in you. You will get this. King and Queen Crown after don't care. Just give me a Pokemon Let's Go Netflix and Let's Go Hulu. What region would those ones be for? Looking at Pokemon ESRB. Yeah, maybe they give an explanation as to what the rating or what their like markers mean. Your other two cousins don't like Pokemon, so you're not failing this time. The binge region. Perfect. Perfect, Grenji. You got this, BB. You got this. Even some Pokemon can bump the rating? Really? How so? Oof. They may have a little bit of difficulty licensing those names out, Grenji. I believe they could do it. It might be a little bit more difficult than some. You're in the middle of Wonder Trading. Hope that's going well. Hope you're getting some cool stuff with it. ESRB says the designs can be a little weird. I guess like that would fall in the kind of like the oh it's a little gross category. I can see. Do you think Pikachu will be the only Pokemon that Pikachu that can talk, or do you think there will be others? I think it's only going to be Pikachu. That's my assumption. Alright guys, hate to spring this on you guys last minute. I think I'm going to wrap the stream up here in about 5 minutes or so. I don't know if I'll be able to hit the full 2 hours. I'm still sleepy. I don't know why. I've been really sleepy recently. So probably only gonna go for a few more minutes. Take the time, try to hopefully work on some stream assets later tonight. as well as some other stuff, because I want to really want to get out this week in Pokemon, like Wednesday morning, like extremely early Wednesday. I want to hit that deadline, so if anything does happen during Pokemon Day, it doesn't immediately change the whole video. I can get that out. It can be like up to date as of when it releases, and then like honestly, the end of Wednesday I can have a whole nother video ready for like Thursday or Friday, depending on how much stuff gets introduced or announced. Yo, Amber Brooks, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? You see what? Describe Garbodor as a disgusting piece of trash. I mean, that's kind of its actual design. Like, that's actually kind of the point of it. So I can't blame him too much for that. I'm good. How am I? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Hopefully we can find a shiny here in the next like 3 minutes. We are wrapping up a little bit soon. I can see if there's anyone we want to raid real quick. See if anyone's shiny hunting. It looks like Adam656 is going. We can raid him. I'll grab his link real quick. Yeah, so we can raid Adam here. So guys, show me some hype. Let me see the raid hype, everyone, because I wanna make this raid a good one. But yeah, so we're gonna be wrapping up here in a couple minutes. We'll be raiding Adam656. Got his link already. Just want to see some mindless raid hype. We haven't raided anyone in a long time. A long time. Right here now, BB? Alright, see you later. Egg doesn't go for a few more minutes. I want to raid Adam. We haven't raided... I don't know if... I think the last time we raided Adam, he found his Dialga like moments later. So maybe we can help him with this Mudkip. Maybe we can help him with the Mudkip. Yeah, I think Egg starts in like 15 minutes or something. So we'll raid Adam for now. Cause like I said, it's been forever since I've raided him. It's been forever since I've really raided anyone, honestly. I think we may have raided Puffin recently. We may have raided Egg recently. I think that's it though. So here we go. It's just, we actually kind of have we kind of have actually time to do the raid. Like I can actually kind of control the end of the stream, which is a whole new thing that I usually don't get. I was staying for the raid. Thought you were just about to. I was about to raid. Ah, yeah, not quite. Yeah, not quite. Yeah, we're gonna go for like. We're gonna make this the last encounter though. So let's get one emerald encounter here. Let's see what we get. It's the final one. 8620 is Poochyena, but it's not shiny. So we're good on that front. Here we go. Here we go. Final Uxie of the night. Also not shiny, but alright guys, let's see some mindless raid hype. We're raiding Adam656. Awesome streamer, awesome dude. He's hunting a shiny Mudkip right now. Thank you to everyone that tuned into the stream. Thank you to anyone that liked. Hope to see you guys again in the next stream tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah, yeah, hopefully we can have some, hopefully we can get some raid hype in here. Alright, see you later guys. And until next time everyone, take care.